Hello there, it's Nina. Today I want to show you how to make a simple project with the Hello Cupcake Stamp Set, which will be available in the Sale-A-Bration catalog starting January 3rd. Hello Cupcake, a photopolymer stamp set. So here is the simple project that I would like to show you. We'll make something very, very close to it. So we're going to use white cardstock. I'm going to cut a sheet, a 8.5 by 11 sheet in two. So I'll cut it at the 5.5 inches mark and fold that. This will be our card base, and we're going to put an embossed layer on top. So I'm just going to cut the other half sheet. I'm going to cut that in half, so that'll be cut to 4.25 inches, and I'm going to emboss it with the Swirls and Curls embossing folder. Put that in, sandwich it, and run it through the Big Shot. This is the Big Shot. So I have my platform cutting pad. Put that in and sandwich it with another cutting pad. And run it through. And it gives us, whoops, my mat kind of moves around here. And it gives us this very cute embossed layer, Swirls and Curls. After I emboss it, I trim it so that it will be smaller than the card base. So I will trim it to 4 inches. So the card base is 4.25 by 5.5. So I'm going to trim it to 4 inches by 5.25. So 1/4 inch smaller or shorter on each side, so that it will be centered well. Okay, so before I adhere it to our card base, we're going to work on the elements that go on top. So we're going to have we need this piece with the cupcake. So I'm going to cut this to 3.5 by 2.25. And also we will need a little piece for the sentiment, which will be 2 inches by 1.25. The sample I showed you had the sentiment on a piece of Daffodil Delight paper, but I'm just going to make it all white for this card. Alright, let's get to stamping. So we're going to use the cupcake paper base at the bottom. We're going to do that in Lemon Lime Twist. And then there's a layer there that we are going to do in Daffodil Delight. This is an older style pad, so it's a linen pad. This one I don't have in the spongy, but it's the same color that you can get. So there's a layer here in Daffodil Delight. Then the icing on the cake I have in Gorgeous Grape. I'll show you here. This is Gorgeous Grape, this purple here. I'm going to do it lighter than what is on this sample. I'm going to stamp it off on a piece of scrap. Well, I'll call this a piece of scrap. Stamp it off here, and then I'll stamp it here, so it will be lighter. See? Beautiful. And because I stamped it lighter, I think I'm going to put some sprinkles on the cake. So let me mount that on an acrylic block, and I'll do the sprinkles a little darker. Well, that is, I'm not going to stamp them off. I'm just going to put them straight like this. There. And a little decoration on top of the icing will be in Calypso Coral. So let's get that Calypso Coral right here. What's nice with the photopolymer stamps is that you can see right through them. It's easy to position. Okay, now for our sentiment, Sweet Wishes. I had that in purple on the sample, but I think I'm gonna do it in Calypso Coral to match the little heart. There. Next, I'm going to round the corners of these images. This is a Project Life corner rounder. Maybe you have one that's different, but and Stampin' Up! Also has a corner rounder in the punch sections. All right, I'm gonna round this one as well. Why I round this, I round those is because I think it matches nice with the embossing folder, which has curls. Okay, so before we mount it, I think I'm gonna put the ribbon next. Wrap the ribbon around this layer, this embossed layer. So left over right, and right over left. And then we will trim. Let's trim it a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Now we can adhere. Now this can be adhered to the card with snail or with glue. I will use snail adhesive. I'll put it in the center of this embossed layer here. And this piece, I will pop it up with dimensionals, stamping dimensionals, to give the card more layers. There. You know, the perfectionist side of me, I'll just leave it this way. I could have put my picture a little higher, but I'll just leave it this way. And now I will adhere the card top to the card base with glue. Then it's not going to move. I could use the Tombow snail adhesive, but I'm going to use glue. Then it's not going to come off, and the ribbon is not going to move. I put glue around the edges. Doesn't need to be all over, but not too close. And when you use glue to adhere your pieces, it gives you time to move it around if it's not straight. See, I'm putting it down and looking at all the corners. And if it's not straight, glue allows you to slide it if you need to. If you use snail adhesive, then you would need to pull it off and then reposition. But glue allows you to slide it, but I think it's good. So, see, a simple, quick project made with Hello Cupcake. I hope you like it. And this set is available to and can be earned with a purchase in January, from January through March. Thank you for watching.